Yes, thank you, Chair, and thanks to the Commission for their reply. In the meantime, we did get a written reply, although it wasn't within the deadline, and that's why we were entitled to put it on the agenda here. And although, of course, I welcome very much the statement made by the Commission and the principles which are promoted by the Commission, I do get the feeling that it's not enough. When you're saying basically we're monitoring the situation and studying the impact, we may actually be too late. Help may be too late for many, many women. This has been decided, as you say, back in January. I think we should be much more quick. There has been this spontaneous initiative for setting up a fund, I believe it's called She Decides. I mean, that was possible within a matter of weeks. I do think that the European Union has much more capacity at its disposal to respond than a number of member states spontaneously. So why does it take so long? Because it is an emergency. This is not only about the Global Gag Rule being reinstated, but actually being expanded. So the funding gap is going to be huge, as the cause of all this tends to say. So I think that our response should be proportionate to the problem. You have just outlined all the principles that are driving the Commission's actions. That was also set out in this famous letter of September 2015, where basically the Commission is saying we are not bound to the conditions of the gag rule, including the confidentiality clause. But we welcomed that letter, but that's not the same as actually actively applying those principles, because people on the ground need to know that those principles apply. They need to know that funding is available. Women need to know that they can exercise their rights. And if the Commission is not actively applying this policy, then it's not much good. So I would really, really hope that that we'll keep this on the agenda, maybe in the form of another debate or a resolution or something like that. But we really would like to see a more firm response by the European Commission, something that goes beyond where monitoring or assessing the potential impact. I think we need to act, and you would have the full support, well, at least of my group, but I think a majority of this House. Thank you.